Yoga. I'm Deborah. We're settling in. So we're experimenting with the lighting and lots of stuff today. So come on in, and we're going to start on the mat and in a seated position. So you can use your little bolster to have a seat on. You can also use pillows, blankets, whatever you have. No, I'm fine with the natural light. Thank you. All right. And allow yourself to settle in to the surface that's supporting you. Feeling your sits bones. Noticing your breath. And taking a moment to check in. Noticing your thoughts and the quality of the mood. And allow your attention to move to your heartfelt desire. It could be the mission for your life, or simply repeating my words. Life is living through me with meaning, purpose, and value, and believing it to be true here and now. And allow your attention to rotate to your inner resource, that place of calm, well-being. It could be ease, peace, tranquility. Whatever your words are, allow yourself to move to that spot that's most sacred in your body. Being with inner resource as a comfort, a support. And allow your attention to rotate one more time to your intention for your practice. What is it you wish to receive during your practice or as a result of your practice? And it's placed into a statement of fact, of positivity. And this peace flows to me now. My actions are congruent with my health intentions, whatever it may be. And then allow that to move into the background, and once again bring your attention to your breath. Where is your breath at right now? We're going to change the breath pattern to a calming breath, and we're going to focus on an inhale of 4, a hold for 4, and an exhale of 8. So we're going to try this all together. Your eyes can be open or closed, and take an inhale, 2, 3, 4. Retain the breath, 2, 3, 4. Slowly release the breath, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Retain, 2, 3, 4. Release, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Retain, 2, 3, 4. Release, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Retain, 2, 3, 4. Release, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Allow your breath to go back to its regular cadence. And if it feels okay, you can remain on your bolster if you have really tight hips. So it alleviates that tension that you could feel in your hips. And I want you to think of this class as a letting go and a release of any stress that you're holding within your body from work, from errands, from life, just from life in general. And I'm going to give you the analogy of when you see a snake skin on the ground, they have shed their skin. And I want you to think about your stress body as the skin that you're trying to shed during this practice. And I would like to begin with swaying. You're just going to sway your body. Like the wind is blowing you from side to side, nice and gentle, breathing. You can allow the neck and the head to get involved. And let's try swaying forward and back. So you're swaying forward and back, nice and gentle. And now we're going to move in a circle. So you're going to come around the world. And you'll feel the low back, side body, muscles extending, getting a nice little stretch. And now we're going to switch the direction, moving in the opposite direction. One more. And come back to center and take a few breaths here, just noticing how the body's feeling. And we're going to move into a side body stretch. And for this, I'm going to come off of the cushion. You're welcome to stay on the cushion, again, to support those tight hips. You're going to bring your hand out to the side and reach the other one out. Do you feel a comfortable stretch along the back of the body? And you can bring the arm closer over the ear, release the hand down towards the floor, breathing into the ribs. And we're going to drop that hand down, and you're going to walk your hands through center, and you're going to hang out right here. Breathe. And we're going to continue walking over to the other side. Hand and maybe forearm are down to the ground, and you're going to reach your other arm up until you feel that low back stretch. Breathing into the tension areas of the body. And if it feels okay, then you're going to bring your hand closer to your ear, dropping your hand down towards the floor. I think I said bring your hand towards your ear. I meant bring your upper arm towards your ear. Let your hand release to the floor. And then gently release, and we're going to walk back to that center space. And release down. Perhaps let your head drop down. And you're going to walk your hands in. And we'll go to all fours. So we're going to flip those feet back behind us. Come to tabletop or all fours, and we're going to work through our spinal wave here. So find a comfortable position, be supported, and then you're going to draw the chest and the chin through the arches of the arms. Push your tailbone up so you're stretching your belly, and then round out, drop your chin to your chest, round, tuck the pelvis, and try it with a breath. So coming forward, inhaling, and exhaling. And inhaling, and exhaling. One more, inhale, and exhale. Coming back to neutral, taking an inhale here. Exhale, come forward. Inhale back. And exhale forward, moving with your breath. And one more. And back. And release and press yourself back into child's pose. Placing your forehead to the floor and swaying your head from side to side. Erasing the muscular tension from anxiety, stress, work, life. Just roll that tension off of the brow. And then allow yourself to come to stillness. And take a few breaths into your back. And we're going to come up into all fours again and take that back leg and draw that foot forward. So give it some help, and you're going to drop your pelvis down, let the pelvis open. So you're stretching through that hip flexor. Breathe. And then you're going to straighten the leg on the front, keeping the sole of the foot down. Now, take your toes to your nose. Hold that position. Breathe into the back of the leg. And take a few pointers and flexes. So you're pointing and flexing the foot. Okay, so we're going to fancily move to the other side. So we're going to bring both of our hands to the inside of that leg that's forward. You're going to drop your knee down. And you're going to turn, lift your other knee up. And here we are. All right, drop your pelvis down. Breathe into that hip, encouraging that hip to open. Carry a lot of stress in those big joints, the hips, up in the shoulders. And then press back. So we're going into that straight leg. Keep the sole of the foot down if it's comfortable. Breathe into the back of the leg. And let's try toes to nose. New kind of stretch sensation on the back of the leg. Breathe. And then try a couple point and flexes here. Okay, so you're going to take your hand to the inside of that leg and draw your leg back. Very nice. So flip those toes, sit back, comfortable stretch through the soles of the feet. Don't go too far back. You don't want to injure your feet, but you do want to have a stretch there. And then we're going to come forward and we're going to flip our fingers back towards our thighs. And this is helpful to get into that carpal tunnel area. And release that. And go to the other side. And you can gently lean back. And then flip it around. Okay, so we're going to flip those toes. And you're going to lift your bottom up. And press your heels towards the floor. And let's walk or pedal. So you're pedaling through. Setting the heels down, taking a few breaths. Looking at your hands and lifting those heels up and walking forward up to your hands, and release your hands from the floor, grabbing your elbows and swaying from side to side. And then you're going to take your hands and you're going to bring them back behind your head and allow your hands, and bring your hands closer to the top part of the head. So not your top of your head, but the occiput where your neck is, and let your arms help your head get some traction. And release your head. hands to the floor, looking forward, transferring to your thighs, slowly coming up. And feeling your feet on the floor. Inhaling, grounding. Exhaling, bringing energy. And now reverse it. So the inhale is bringing the energy. The exhale is bringing the grounding of the feet to the floor. Then I'm going to turn so I can face you. And we're going to do some more swaying. And I'd like for you to feel your feet on the floor. And we're going to rock back into the heels and then move into, like Tim talks about, Tai Chi loading into one leg. And you're going to come forward and those toes are going to grip. And then you're going to go to the other side and back and around. So we're just moving in a nice, gentle circle. And let's move in the opposite direction. Now we're going to go from side to side. So you're going to come over to the side. And you can feel all the weight going into one foot and lift a foot. Let your breath breathe freely. Don't hold for balance. And then come across, other side. Lift the foot. Breathe. And set it back down. We're going to do the breath of joy. And it's a 3-part breathing set where we go inhale, 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 and we come forward with a strong ha, letting the breath out. So it can be rather fun and invigorating, but it does help bring joy. It can help you if you're feeling really low mood to lift your mood up. So let's give it a go. So it's a part inhale, part inhale, part inhale, and you come forward with ha, and come on up. Ha. 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 One more. Ha. And come on up. And take a moment just to sense into how you're feeling. That's been quite a while since I've taught that. And I would like to now move back to the floor and try a different breath with you. So we're going to come back to the floor and use the bolster. You can use pillows, a little chair, a little stool. And you're going to take your left hand and put it on your cheek in front of your ear. And your right hand's going to come up in front of your mouth. And you're going to gaze at your hands. You're going to take an inhale through your nostril. And then purse your lips and blow into your hands. And inhale through your nostrils. Purse your lips and exhale through pursed lips. Breathing at your own pace. One more. And release your hand down. Your other hand's going to come up to the top of your head, maybe slightly closer to the side of your head. You're going to draw your ear to your shoulder and look up in the opposite direction. And we're going to go for about 30 seconds or until you feel a deep sigh or a deep breath. And then release and come on up, and we're going to go to the other side. And we're going to grab the top of the head and slightly over towards the side. Draw your ear down towards your shoulder. Look up in the opposite direction. Release and come on up. And this next one is going to be similar, except for we're going to add the other hand in. So you're going to take your head, you're going to draw your ear to your shoulder, and then the other hand's going to scoop over here, grab your rib cage, and increase that bend. And don't forget, look up. And if it helps, close your eyes and look up if you're in a room with other people and they're like, "Ooh, you look weird." And then we're going to gently release up out of that and switch. So the hand's going to come up, top of the head, to the ribs, tuck yourself in, ear to shoulder, gaze is up in the opposite direction. And then come on up. Okay, so we're going to come off of the bolster. Do keep it close as we come onto our tummies. And we're going to work with the sternocleidomastoid muscles in your neck. And we're really trying to release tension from the body so the body can breathe and move well with lots of energy. No tension blocking the energy that's moving through. So please come to your belly, on your forearms. And you're going to look over one shoulder and hold it. And then we're going to gently release and bring your hands in front of you. Place your forehead onto the back of your hands. Take a few breaths. And we're going to come back up to the forearms, and we're going to look in the opposite direction now. So take your gaze and look over your shoulder. And then back to center, hands in front of you, forehead to the backs of your hands. And then we're going to come onto our backs. So we're going to slowly roll ourselves over. Your heels close to your bottom. Arms out to the side and drop your knees to one side. Breathing into the back body, the side body, wherever you feel the stretch. Taking that healing energy into the body. And now take it to the other side. Very nice. And then we're going to come through center, rock and roll up, and we're going to move into legs up the chair. So you can grab the backs of your legs or your knees and rock along the spine. And then we're going to move to the legs up the chair. So you're going to move yourself, your bottom close to the chair, and take a leg up and take a leg up. So if you don't have a chair, you can use the wall. You can use the couch, a stool. And from here, we're going to do some breathing. So I would like for you to do some open mouth sighing here. So just let the tension go from your body. Now that sounds more like fogging up a mirror. Let's try letting it go. There you are. Let it go. Try one more. Very nice. And allow yourself to be here with your back body heavy. The sensation of the muscles melting off the bones. They're so relaxed. Or perhaps you like the imagery of a warm river rock resting on white sand, slowly sinking into the sand. And you're going to gently bring your legs down off of the chair and move yourself into the modified fish pose. So we're taking the bolster and we're aligning it with the spine. And then gently allowing yourself to lower down onto the floor. And from here, we're going to gently roll off and come to lying on your back. I'm going to give you another opportunity to release any tension or stress that you're holding within your body. So I'm going to ask that you take a breath, retain the breath, and now squeeze your feet, your legs, your glutes, your hands, your stomach. Squeeze all the muscles in your face until you can't hold the breath anymore. Then release it. And take a few breaths. We're going to do that one more time. And take a big breath in. Retain the breath. Squeeze the feet, the legs, the glutes, the hands, the stomach, the face. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then release. Allow yourself to lay here in resting pose.
So I'm going to come up and do a breath practice. You're welcome to stay lying in Shavasana, rest pose, corpse pose, if you like. Otherwise, begin wiggling your hands and your toes. Perhaps take a long body stretch. Inviting your eyes to open slowly, bringing in the outside room. And we're going to slowly come up. And again, you have that bolster nearby. And you're welcome to use that to help the hips release. And this breath is going to be a 2-part breath. So when we did the breath of joy, we did 3 parts. And basically by parts, it's inhaling, inhaling, inhaling in the breath of joy. For this, we're going to inhale to the chest and then inhale to the belly. So for this, we're going to take one hand and place it on our chest and one hand and place it on our belly. So the first part of the breath is filling the chest. And the second part is filling the belly. And then release the breath. And inhale to the chest. And to the belly. And slowly release. Inhaling to the chest. Belly. And releasing. Carrying on at your own pace. One more breath. And allow your hands to come down. With your eyes using a soft gaze or gently closed, continue breathing. In your
Thoughts may float across the sky of your brain like clouds. Try not to get hooked in or hook them in, simply observing, letting them float by, and perhaps you'll find a space of stillness. If this feels confounding or frustrating, try using a word. When you inhale, I'm inhaling, and when you exhale, I'm exhaling, to stay present to the breathing. And please bring your hands to your heart, bowing your head to your heart. It is with great love, honor, and respect that we bow to our heart, our inner teacher. Hands up to your third eye. I pray you know your blessings to your lips. I pray you taste your blessings to your heart. I pray you feel your blessings. Namaste. Thank you so much. We'll see you back here tomorrow at 10 a.m.